welcome to the second episode of my editing and grammar series, and today we're going to be talking about plural, possessive, and is-has contractions. Please note that most of the rules I cover, especially here at the very beginning of the video, are universal in American grammar, and I'll say otherwise if not. But since most book publishers use Chicago style, I will focus on that when the rules vary. So, far too often I see things like peanut butter goes with jelly, TV's for sale, I bought new shoes, her favorite flowers are roses and lilies, do's and don'ts. I see this in advertisements, billboards, video titles, texts, social media posts, and students' papers. So I wanted to tackle this topic pretty early on. The issue seems to be the misconception that nearly anything ending with an S needs an apostrophe. But apostrophe S is not used for plural unless we're talking about plural possession, but we'll get to that in a bit. So we would change the previous statements to peanut butter goes with jelly, TV's for sale, I bought new shoes, her favorite flowers are roses and lilies, do's and don'ts. These are all plural, but they're not possessive. For example, TV's with apostrophe S could mean something belongs to the TV, such as the TV's sound quality. TV's with apostrophe S could also be an is-has contraction. So, for example, this TV is old would become this TV's old. And we see do's and don'ts written inaccurately so often that it looks strange to us this way, but do's and don'ts with apostrophe makes no sense. So then, what about plural possessive? So let's go back to our TV example. Pretend we have 3 TVs, all with bad sound quality. Then you would write it as, those TVs' sound quality is awful. Why is the order S apostrophe? Well, TVs with an apostrophe S means there's only one TV. No apostrophe just means that there are 2 or more TVs. And S apostrophe S is used for singular nouns ending in S. For example, the trophy that belongs to the actress is the actress's trophy. The troubles of Chris are Chris's troubles. Side note, it is now common in English to omit the second S in the case of names such as James's or Chris's. Some publishers prefer it that way, but the original rule was to write them with apostrophe S, like so, James's, Chris's, and this is how it's still done in Chicago style. And phonetically, that just makes more sense to me, but that's neither here nor there. So generally, and especially in Chicago style, singular nouns that end in S, like actress, that are not names like James, will take S apostrophe S as singular. Sorry, that was a lot. So here are example sentences to help absorb it all. We have TVs for sale. This TV's sound quality is awesome. This TV is pretty expensive. All of these TVs' price tags are too high. The actress was an Oscar nominee. The actress's role was difficult. The 5 actresses' roles were difficult. This actress is awful as an actress is, but even though this is technically correct, it's very awkward and no one uses it. So people would generally stick to saying things like this actress is awful or that bus is late. Note that in both Chicago and AP Style, nouns that are in plural form but singular in meaning use S apostrophe, such as the series players or the arts and sciences director. Now I'm going to bring up just a couple more exceptions because English is mean. It is raining becomes it's raining, but if a dog is running in circles, it might be chasing its tail. If the next word is sake, you may omit the S after the apostrophe, like so. For goodness sake, James's sake, for conscience sake, for appearance sake. However, check with your publisher or editor, because not every style agrees on this. Chicago Style, the Associated Press style book, and even Merriam-Webster all follow different rules for this. And the way that I just described is Chicago Style. Furthermore, in Chicago Style, you would always write the Duchess's hat with apostrophe S, but you would omit the second S if the next word begins with an S, such as the Duchess's style. And one final thing, it's really simple, but I just wanted to include it to be complete. Apostrophe S for has works the same as apostrophe for is. For example, it is raining becomes it's raining, it has rained becomes it's rained, your cat is meowing becomes your cat's meowing, and your cat has meowed becomes your cat's meowed. Note though, this is not the possessive has, so the sentence Lily has a secret would not become Lily's a secret. I am so sorry. Plurals, possessive, and apostrophe S are indeed a headache for everyone. Trust me, I was copy editor for a small newspaper for a while, so I was following AP Style. And then I was assistant editor for my university's press, so then I followed Chicago Style. Rules. However, no matter what style you are following, these sentences are all 200% incorrect. Well, AP Style tends to have a different opinion on how to spell the do's part of do's and don'ts. But it's plural, so using apostrophe S makes no sense. And I dearly wish that autocorrect didn't try to change everything to apostrophe S. In any case, when I edit other people's novels, I use Chicago Style because it is the style used for business, history, and the fine arts, and it is a style most used by book publishers, as opposed to, say, AP Style, which is used by the press. Either way, if you're not familiar with, which style, which grammar rule belongs to which style, don't sweat it. As long as you stick to a singular set of rules, just be consistent. And if your editor or your publisher has an issue with it, then you can work that out with them. Okay, that was a lot. If you found this helpful, likes and subscribes help me out so much. You can even find my Patreon information in the description below. Shout out to LCT-Comics and Casian Holly, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!